Okay, so here is the bookshelf overall. Now, the last time you guys saw it, it did not have this blue paint. Now, the bookshelf I got for free. It is a solid wood bookshelf, but it's damaged and it's old. I did clean it, so the whole thing is clean, but like the paint is coming off and such, you know. And had I been more patient, what I could have done is taken this bookshelf outside, sanded it down, cleaned it again, and then painted it properly, like sprayed the whole thing and painted the whole thing blue. But what I ended up doing is I painted it blue, and then I tried to put like police public call box, and it looks just absolutely terrible. And then I also decided to do iconography for my favorite doctors. So you've got a quote from the 10th, you've got like the gas mask. It does not look right, but it is the gas mask from the episode with the kid going, "Are you my mommy?" That's what that's supposed to be. You've got like Bad Wolf on a minimalistic TARDIS, 3D glasses, sonic screwdriver. Don't blink. Mostly the 10th Doctor here. You've got some references to 11, and then you got some references to the 8th with his butterfly room and shoes, and then you also have like my really bad version of Starry Night. So, because I love that Van Gogh episode. So anyway, here is the in general shelf. The reason I have this empty is because I've still got more books coming in. I have some books that I ordered that are coming in, and then I need to get 10 more books, and this strip fits maybe about 30, I think, the last time I counted, like 30 books going across, and then so I had to move all of my 9th, 10th vintage and such books down here, and then all my DVDs and stuff. Now, originally this corner was going to be David Tennant and Michael Sheen themed, and you can kind of see that up here with all my Good Omens stuff. But I decided it's mostly because I have such a big collection of Doctor Who stuff that it's all going to be Doctor Who for the most part, but a little bit of Good Omens down there. So I've got my book, my behind-the-scenes book, the script book, my original Good Omens novel right there, a little fanzine and some stickers that I have to get framed. There's actually, these are really cute. Got Crowley and Az. I don't really use my stickers. What I tend to do is I get them framed. So, especially since I only was able to get one. Real quick, and then these are like books that I'm reading or books that I'm wrapping up. I'm still doing my Twilight reading vlog. And you got my wishbone right here. You actually have a puzzle, my Harry Potter puzzle. The frame's popping out, so I've got to fix that, but... And then my reading light right here. Scooby. And I've got some Yoo-Hoos. I keep my snacks over here, so when I'm reading over here, I have something. We have my vintage calendar, and I have it set to David Tennant. And then right here, I've got some Good Omens and Doctor Who prints that I'm going to frame and put here. This is a Balrog blanket. It's like a picnic blanket. You're supposed to take it out, but I decided to put it there just so I have a backdrop. I kind of want to get a different one. I want to get like a Doctor Who tapestry and put it there just to go with the theme. Anyway, so now on to the actual books tour. So up here, we have a bunch of my reference books as well as my graphic novels. Basically, my really big books tend to go up here. I got this. I have a copy of the 8th Doctors, but a friend of mine got me another copy, which is really good because this copy's actually, I think, a little bit better than the one I have. So, and then I accidentally got 2 copies of The Slow Empire because I've got it down here somewhere. Then we have Behind the Sofa. This is celebrities talking about the, scary aspects of Doctor Who. I have not read it. I read like maybe the first chapter, but that's why I know what it's about. You can see like all the thrift book stickers. Then we have this, Adventures with the Wife in Space. This was a really fun book. I read this over the course of like a week plus, and it's about a husband and a wife who watched all of Classic Who, so that's like 900 episodes. They watched them back to back to back, and then they, she does not like Doctor Who, not really, so it was just her giving her own opinions. Then I have this. This is the Eighth Doctor, A Matter of Life or Death. It is the graphic novel collection, so it's a whole collection of his stuff. I think it was like 6 issues of comics put together in there. We have The Forgotten, the complete thing. I have not read either of these, by the way. I have not read either of these. Then we have Regeneration, and this is about the resurrection of Doctor Who around the time of the Eighth Doctor. This one I have signed by the author. This is a guide right here, the unofficial Doctor Who Companion. This was the updated version of the original one. Then we have the 10th Doctor. Now, these graphic novels that I'm collecting with these two, there's like, I think like maybe 6, 7 of these hardback versions, and they collect like maybe 3 issues each. They're from BBC, and I'm collecting each of the individual ones because I could be like with the 8th Doctor, I could get like a full-on, like the whole set, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to collect the individual ones because it's cheaper in general, and, you know, I'm not also reading them so much, so I also get the covers, etc. This is Doctor Who The Early Years. This is also another reference book, and then this is Doctor Who The Vault. I got this one completely for free. This book, brand new, goes for quite a bit. This was for the 50th anniversary, which was like 5 years ago, I think. But this has a bunch of like behind the scenes, goodies, etc. So these are, yeah, and I'm intending to get more graphic novels, more reference books, but the big books tend to go up here because they cannot stand up in this shelf, and I've tried. Anyway. So now we have all my 8th Doctor novels that I currently have, and they are not in order, except for, I think, up to maybe here. I did try to put them in order, but I have my list. I have my reference list. I actually have everything categorized in my computer as to what order they're going to be in, so eventually when I have the rest of them, I'm going to put them all in order. But what I basically do is I take a book off the shelf, and I read it, so I'm reading them in order, but they're not placed in order. So, let's start. We have Doctor Who, the 8 Doctors. That's the introductory episode, and then we have Doctor Who Vampire Science. This one was really good. I really did enjoy that. The Body Snatchers. Genocide. Body Snatchers was actually a really interesting side note because it actually makes reference to the Doctor going back to see somebody who knows Sam. Sam is a companion that lasts, I think, up for the first, 20 novels. I don't know. But then she does go away at some point. And this has a reference to him coming back to somebody who had met Sam. And he's like, oh, how's Sam doing? And he's like, she's good. So, and then we have War of the Daleks. I am not a huge Dalek fan at all, but I actually didn't mind this book. Alien Bodies. This one was okay. A little confusing, but it had a lot of really interesting elements to it. It actually has the Doctor talking to his dead body, which was fucking weird. I have not read this one, but I like the cover. Now this book, The Longest Day, has 2 covers. Now this is apparently the original cover for The Longest Day. The newer cover, newer being relative because these books are old, has a hourglass against a starry backdrop, so I have no idea why they changed the cover, why there's 2 different covers, but it is the same book. The seller did assure me that this is the same book. And then we have another Dalek book, which I'm not looking forward to. We have Dreamstone Moon. Placebo Effect. Van Derken's Children. The Face Eater. I do like this cover. I think this cover is pretty interesting. This one, Doctor Who the Taint, this is the first book where Fitz shows up. Now, I've actually read a lot of these Doctor Who books out of order, and I'm actually re-uploading a lot of my older reviews for the books that I've read, so like The Crooked World, City of the Dead, and one other one. I can't remember. And I actually, because I was reading these out of order, not knowing that there was a continuity to them, I basically learned about, like, Fitz and Anji before I knew about anybody else, so yeah, I became more familiar with them as companions. And this is the first appearance of Fitz, so I'm very excited when I eventually get there. Demonage. Yeah, Demonage. And then we have Dominion. Escape Velocity. The Tomorrow Windows. This one has a really interesting premise, so I really am excited when I get to this one. It's about people looking into the future, and I'm not super into, like, the future aspects, but it has an interesting premise. Trading Futures. It has, like, a very James Bond-looking, cover, doesn't it? Another copy of The Slow Empire. I gotta take these thrift book stickers off at some point. Autumn Mist. Crooked World was really, really good, and I reviewed it. I'm actually going to be re-uploading the review I did of that. Doctor goes to a world filled with cartoon characters, or people who operate on cartoon logic. And then we have The Shadows of Avalon. We have Parallel 59. Grim Reality. This one's about Fitz and Anji and the Doctor going to a world of fairy tales. Cold Heart. Anachrophobia. This very weird sci-fi thing. This book, Mad Dogs and Englishmen, is the 100th BBC Doctor Who book, and it is fucking weird. It is weird. It's... I should honestly just review it, because it is that fucking bizarre. Eater of Wasps. Unnatural History. Earthworld. Okay, so for all of the Doctors up to, I think, 12, they all got special edition books for the 50th anniversary, where they took a book out of their series, one of the best ones, I guess, and they redid the covers, made them super nice, super shiny, they're bigger. It is the same exact book that you would get, because I've seen the original cover to this, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get the special edition, so I got the special edition. And yeah, and they did books for all of the Doctors. I actually have another one, which I'll get to when I get down to the lower shelves. Little Doctor Who magnet. I actually want to put more Doctor Who decorations and such on the shelf, but currently I'm focused on getting the actual books first. This is one of the worst quality books I have. This is Doctor Who The Burning. The Banku Legacy. City of the Dead. I really like this one. There's a line in here that cracked me up, and it was like, oh, not only am I being kidnapped, I'm being kidnapped with irony, and it made me laugh out loud when I was reading that at work. We have Father Time, the Gallifrey Chronicles. Now, this is the last book in the series, so again, these are all out of order. Eventually, I will put them all together correctly, but yeah, this is the very last book in the 8th Doctor Adventures, so. The Blue Angel, The Adventures of Henrietta Street. This one's like a mystery. Looking forward to that one. The Deadstone Memorial. Ancestor Cell. Frontier Worlds. I did not pay $1 for this. I paid like $3, $4 for this. Seeing Eye. Bell Tempest. The Janus Conjunction. The Scarlet Empress. Revolution Man. The Fall of... I can't even pronounce that. What pissed me off about this one is this one I had a really hard time finding. And when I finally got it, I'd mentioned before, but these books sometimes range from anywhere from like $4 to like $30, depending on where you're getting it from, who you're getting it from, if you're getting it imported from the UK. This one, I ended up having to get imported from the UK, and then I went on to Thrift Books, and they had it for like $5, and I was super salty because I paid like $15 for this. Interference, Books 1 and 2, the only two-parter in the entire 8th Doctor adventure. These books typically each individually will sell for like $20, $30, and I got both of these for $20. So thank you to the eBay seller I got them from. The Space Age, Endgame, The Taking of Planet 5, To the Slaughter, Vanishing Point, The Turning Test, lots of Terrence Dicks, by the way, in some of the later books. Casualties of War, and Dark Prodigy. And I also have another one, it's in my work bag right now, which is Kursal. That's how I pronounce it in my head, is Kursal. And now we're going to come down here, and I'm going to show you these ones. This is just so I have some space for the next books I get. Alright, so now we have Choose Your Own Adventures. This is called Lost Luggage. And Decide Your Destiny, The Spaceship Graveyard. I chose these because I liked the premise, or I liked the title. I like ghosts and creepy stuff, so I just honestly went by the title of The Spaceship Graveyard. This is another one of those special edition books. This is the 9th Doctor's, and it's only human. And we have Winner Takes All, another 9th Doctor book. I actually just ordered Stealers of Dreams for the 9th Doctor. And then we have The Nightmare of Black Island, The Eyeless, Prisoner of the Daleks, Autonomy, Forever Autumn, The Many Hands. I was not a fan of this one. This one was okay, but it was not great. Oh, I had a bookmark in there. But yeah, this one was not great. The Doctor Trap, however, with Donna, this one was really fun. This was a really good, fun kind of book. I really did enjoy it. This one was a gift from a friend who also gave me some of these vintage ones. I'm sorry I won't be able to remember which vintage ones she gave me, but she gave me some of these vintage ones, and then she gave me these 2 books, and she gave me this one, which I did not have, and I was really excited. So The Cretilian Storm and The Feast of the Drowned. I really liked this one. I actually have the audiobook version of this book that I got for free. And then we have a bunch of my vintage ones. This is Ghostlight, the last adventure of the 7th Doctor, which I have not seen the actual episode, but I do now have the book. I have heard mixed things about this particular adventure, so we're going to see how they handle it. This is the Dalek Invasion of Earth. Most of these vintage ones that I got at my convention are written by Terrence Dicks. Most of these vintage books are written by Terrence Dicks. And then we have The Web of Fear. This has the 2nd Doctor. I don't know all of the Doctors. They don't say them on the actual cover who is there, so unless they have the face of the Doctor, I'm not sure who these are supposed to be. So I don't know if this is like the 1st Doctor, 2nd Doctor, 3rd Doctor, etc. I don't know which Doctor is there. So I'll have to read them and find out which companion is with them, and then I can be like, oh, that's so-and-so. This one is the 3rd Doctor. This is the Planet of the Daleks. Oh, I hate this cover. Oh my god, I don't like this cover. And it's the only one wrapped in plastic, which is how I know which one it is. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And then this is the Twin Dilemma. This is a notoriously bad episode for, I believe, the 5th Doctor or the 6th Doctor. 6th. Pretty sure it's the 6th. This was one of the 6th Doctor got completely, just shitted on. But, he had some very bad episodes, and this one is notorious as a bad episode. The Monster of Peladon. Don't know which Doctor that is. This is the 4th Doctor, the Armageddon Factor. I have a bit of a cold, I'm sorry. The Mind of Evil. I'm so salty. The sticker. This one I remember my friend got me. She got me this one and the 4th Doctor one. This one, they put the fucking sticker right on the guy's face for the price tag, and I thought I could get it off, and I ripped it. So the Master's face is now. Otherwise, the book is in very good shape, except for that, so I'm a little salty. Warriors of the Deep, and then we have Kinda, Kidna. I can't remember how this is supposed to be pronounced, but every time I see it, I hear Kinda. And this is the same thing. They put the damn sticker on his face, and I'm very lucky that I did not rip the damn face. And then this was a gift for Christmas, back when there was only 12 Doctors, and it is just a whole set of smaller adventures. There's actually a book in here, I believe, written by Neil Gaiman, and there's also one written by, let's see, Holly Black. Yup. She is a pretty prolific... Nope, I thought Mark Gatiss wrote one, but yeah, there's Neil Gaiman right here. He wrote for 11. And then we have my little 4th Doctor figure. And then we also have, from my friend, these 2 books. I didn't even bother trying to take the sticker off. But yeah, we have 12 and 11, so I don't have any books from them, so it's really nice to have some of them. And then coming down here, we have my DVDs. So I have Doctors 9 through 11. And I just ordered season 1 of the 12th Doctor's run. I have the 10th Doctor specials. I've got the 50th anniversary special. I've got the Adventures in Time and Space, written by Mark Gatiss, about the beginning of the show. I've got, what is this one? The movie, the 8th Doctor movie. I've got these 2, the Daleks and the Cybermen, which focus solely on the Daleks and Cybermen, and they have some episodes from many different Doctors. And then we have this documentary that I got at a convention, bootleg. And then we have the first few episodes of the 7th Doctor, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't get the rest, because he had the whole fucking run of this, and I did not get them. I just got the first season, and then I got the documentary, and I got, like, another DVD that didn't work, so I'm a little salty. And then the reason this is here is because it's David Tennant, and this is Richard II. I do not like Shakespeare at all, but I'll watch it for David Tennant. We have my 10th screwdriver. I cannot find the instructions so I can change the battery, but this is a pen, and originally it worked. And this switch comes off. And then here we have this. I'm watching this today. This is Lost in Time. This is a collection of rare episodes for the 1st and 2nd Doctor, and I really don't have that many vintage episodes, so I decided, you know what, I'm not really into collecting vintage episodes. I'm really not. But I wanted it. It was very cheap by comparison to what usually gets sold, so screw it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching.